Serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 10.
Gyms across the country normally rely on this time of the year for a big increase in traffic as members begin to work on their New Year's resolutions. But as Valley News Team's Devin Fry reports, things are looking different this year due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
As 2021 begins, many are looking for ways to improve themselves for a new beginning heading into the new year. Losing weight and improving health overall is a common form of these New Year's resolutions, and with that comes an increase in attendance in gyms across the country. Alex Mortensen, who runs the Baseline Planet Fitness in Fargo, said that because of the COVID-19 pandemic, their numbers are down compared to previous years at this same time.
This is our Super Bowl. This is a New Year's resolution. This is our time to really be prepared and getting ready for a nice uptick in traffic.
Running a gym has been a difficult task this year. Mortensen says that while their New Year numbers are down, attendance is still up from previous months.
Going into the first of the year, we were running like 75-85% to normal in terms of the number of members checking in. And I think the expectation is that we'll probably maintain that.
This is normally a time of the year that many gyms rely on for a big profit increase. But for the time being, gym owners are left to wait and see when their numbers will be back to normal.
I think it'll be very similar to other retailers where as that vaccine becomes more readily available and people can become more confident, we'll see those same types of trends.
Reporting from Fargo, Devin Fry, Valley News Live.
Mortensen also says while foot traffic in gyms is down, at-home workouts through their app have become more popular. A Harwood woman was arrested after rear-ending a Fargo police squad car. Around 1:30 this morning, an officer pulled over 21-year-old Brittany Tindeland in the 3800 block of 13th Avenue South. When Tindeland was free to leave, the officer returned to his car, but before he drove away, Tindeland hit the back end of that squad car. She was arrested for a DUI and cited for failure to have the vehicle under control. No one was hurt. We have an update for you. The White Earth Police Department says the man who went missing in Monoman has now been found. Police say Marlon Hallstad went missing yesterday sometime between 4 and 5 p.m. At roughly 6:30 this evening, police say they found Hallstad and he is back to safety and recovering. North Dakota tourism has taken a serious hit in 2020. The state lost out on about $1 billion that we would normally see from visitors through December 12th. That's about a third of what visitors spend in the state. It's $162 million tax dollars for the state, and the other more than $900 million is money that businesses around the state are missing out on.
One way we can rebound that is to get people out and moving around this winter, embracing the outdoors in winter, but also frequenting those local businesses because they desperately need your support and your help to get through this winter.
Coleman added that while most of the nation's tourism industries aren't expected to recover until 2024, North Dakota is on track to recover sooner. A Valley News Live whistleblower has the accused getting ready to pay up. In a story we first brought to you last night, a Moorhead woman says she was scammed by a local dealership. She says she bought a used car from Amity Auto and she paid an additional $150 for the shop to buy parts and fix her car. 3 months later, she says she never got the goods. The owner of the dealership tells us he'll be refunding the family and will pay for the repairs to be done by another dealership.
We finished the agreement. We paid $150 to him that came through our loan, and it's been weeks and weeks of trying to get repairs done and excuses and nothing.
We are following this story and will bring you an update as soon as the dealership follows through. Planning a wedding in the middle of a pandemic is challenging in itself. It's been even more difficult for a Fargo couple separated by the Canadian border shut down. Valley News Team's Courtney Lockie shares their story and how they're fighting to tie the knot.
Mary Westman and Isaac Weisberg met 3 years ago.
Attended the University of North Dakota, where I met Mary.
Westman from Fargo played tennis and studied biology. Weisberg from Canada studied mechanical engineering.
Our first date was Valentine's Day of our senior year.
Flash forward a year. The two picked up work in Lake Charles, Louisiana, later deciding to make home in Bismarck to be closer to family. It was then
he got down on one knee.
Isaac popped the big question.
We talked about a few locations, but ultimately we decided to have it at my family farm, just west of Odessa, Saskatchewan. It's really special to my family. We've had the farm since 1918.
Happily ever after, now a COVID lockdown away. The Canadian border has been closed since March, separating the two families, hoping to become one.
It's difficult.
Even more so for the bride-to-be.
All of my family's obviously in the United States, and they would have to quarantine for 2 weeks if we decided to get married there, let alone it's almost impossible if you're not immediate family to go to Canada right now.
And vice versa. Moving the wedding to the U.S. would put Isaac's family on the sideline.
I'm hopeful with the vaccine that the restrictions will lessen a little bit, but at this point in time, I'm not very sure.
Though there's some time before I do, Mary and Isaac praying the border opens sooner than later. And in the meantime,
It's circumstances completely out of your control. You just want to be as positive as possible and hopeful.
in Fargo, Courtney Lonkey, Valley News Live.
Mary and Isaac say there is a note on their save the date saying they are keeping an eye on the situation, adding if the border does not open by June, they're going to elope. Later on Valley News Live at 10, a group of Republican senators are demanding an audit of the 2020 presidential election results. But first, a look at your forecast for the week ahead, with not as many chances for sunshine.